what North Korea keeps saying over and over again is that, I mean, they do say publicly they will not negotiate away their nuclear weapons. They say they want to be recognized as a nuclear state. However, they also say in every statement they make, they want the U.S. to end its hostile policy. They use this term over and over again. So, in other words, the United States, if it wants to de-escalate the situation and end this crisis, it needs to address North Korea's security concerns. Mm-hmm. They're concerned that the U.S. Is ready to invade them, is ready to bomb them, is ready to attack them, and that's what all these military exercises are aimed at. So I would say, send Tillerson or some high-level person to actually start talking to them. Mm-hmm. But you have to begin with talks about what you are going to negotiate about. But just come in there and so at least there's some contact.
Right.
Going back to this issue of not having a U.S. ambassador in South Korea, it's also unfortunate that we don't. I mean, there's no reason not to have diplomatic relations with North Korea. I mean, we had diplomatic relations with the Soviet Union from 1933 on, under a leader, Stalin, who was very oppressive leader. I mean, there's no reason not to have diplomatic relationships with countries that you're fundamentally at odds with. So there's no contact between the U.S. and North Korea. I mean, apparently there's been some minimal contact between there's a sort of U.S. ambassador at large who's responsible, Joseph Ewan, who's responsible for talks with North Korea on the issue of human rights. But he is actually, this year he's met with North Korean officials several times in Europe, a couple times in Europe, and then in New York, where the North Koreans have a UN mission to the United Nations. So that would be my advice: is for God's sake, start talking to them. I mean, the longer this goes on, the worse it gets. And so you need to know what their United States need to hear directly from North Korea about what their concerns are, what they want from the U.S., and vice versa.